Remember, my friends, no matter what your destination, your journey had to start somewhere. Welcome to the FamilyCraft server, and as you can see, people have been busy. The shopping district is starting to come together. The town of Harmony is being harmonious. Yes. Today, for our plans, what are we going to do? We're going to get a whole bunch of clay and start up on the train station. Yes, my friends, it's time. It's time to start going choo-choo. First thing we need to do is get some supplies, because if you look at the inventory, one pick, and that ain't going to be enough. We need to make more picks, because this one's getting really expensive to repair. So we have iron. Do we have sticks? No, but we can make some up. Bit of iron and go. Take that and let's go get some mining. Now there is a swamp, pray toil, that I'm told that we needs to be terraformed. So we're going to go over to Meepo's swamp and, take care of that right now. Oh, I do love how the shopping district's coming together. Oh, well, we're here. We're in the end. The end of all things. Oh, what am I saying? This isn't the end. This is the nether. However, they've been busy here on the FamilyCraft server, and we have a post office. And check the post. And sweet. R. Nothing. So sad. But anyways, if the box is open, the light turns on. It's a wonderful bit of redstone by Jan. He did fantastic on this work. And he's also the guy who's probably going to be making our primary competition on the server, known as the Nether Metro. But that's enough for this. We're going to go see if we can find Meepo. So, new plan. Couldn't find Meep Swap, and I don't want to deplete the one nearby, so we're going to go across the ocean, the whole ocean, and we're going to mine out the big one over there. I've got a bed, I've got a bunch of tools and iron. It should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Good news, we made it. We're at the swamp. And you know what? I think we need to get some clay balls. I've already started a little bit, but you know what? I think I'll take you along for the ride. Maybe we'll speed this up a bit. Well, that was a successful trip. Full inventory, and it's all going into the super smelter. No, the mini one. So, donk, 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 donk. And we'll just see how long that takes to make. Well guys, here's where we're going to start building our lovely train station. It overlooks the town. If we wander over here, it goes down the main thoroughfare, well, as main as we got, because, you know, nothing in this town is a straight shot. But, I mean, it'll be coming up the road, and it'll look fantastic. People come here, but as you can tell, there's a bit of a forest in the way, so we're going to have to chop that down. And after that, we can start placing bricks. And I also brought my bed over here, as well as my crafting table. And as soon as that sun goes down, we'll sleep, and then we'll start getting onto it. Chop, chop. So, a little bit of a progress update. I got a little carried away and started building before I started recording. The good news is we got a little bit of an entrance, so this is going to be the entrance to the station. It's just the stairs up. So you go up this way, you go up this way, you go up this way, and then through the main door. I think it's going to look kind of cool, and the building will be fairly grand in scale just based on this. Now, it may look a little narrow for a station, but we're probably going to build wings out to the right and to the left, probably starting right about here so we can have a little bit of hedging on either end and make it look fantastic. I'll probably be extending the path to the front of it so no one tries to build in front of this thing, but I think it'll look cool. We'll also have to light it up so that we don't become a have a mobtastic time underneath here, but that's all going to get dug out in a bit anyways. So, with that in mind, I think we're going to have some fun. Bit of a progress update for you. We ran out of bricks, but we have the start of what looks like a grand old building. And I could not be more chuffed. Wait. Quit stealing Britishisms. Quit stealing Britishisms. Anyways, it looks pretty good. We're going to put in some railings next and go get another batch of bricks from the smelter and see what we can do. So we added some railing here to help, make it safe and to keep health and safety off our tail. and it's looking good. However, I've been informed it'll get quite deadly around here unless I put down some torches. So let's get on that before, you know, things die. Oh, and probably should sleep. We're starting in on putting in the floor. So these blocks will not stay this way. We're going to make the logs, or we're going to take all these logs and we're going to strip them, but as a base layer we're going to put them all in. Not sure what these side rooms are going to be used for yet, but I'm sure we'll find space for it. I mean, the waiting room's probably going to be pretty big, and I do need to make sure there's a ticket hall. We're back with a bit of a progress update. You see, I've built a good old chunk of the side, and I realized that I am in desperate need of putting a tower for the clock up. And, well, I need to make sure there's enough space for all the redstone goodies I plan on putting onto it, so it's fairly wide, but it will taper the higher up it goes. But for now, I'm happy with that. It looks great, it looks fantastic, and everything there. But I am starting to get really low on resources, so I'm going to go off and do some mining, and we'll come back as soon as I'm done. What do you say? Yep, good. We almost have the first floor interior done. Well, the outer walls. I still think I want to make it go out a little bit further back on this thing, so Spruce Wood Farm is next thing up. And we're back. I've planted some trees. I've cut some trees down. There's a really big tree. And you know what? I did some really good resource gathering. And I think we got enough wood to be able to make this thing look great. And, you know, cover all the floors. I have to cut that tree down. Now, I was starting to lay down the floor for what's going to be the waiting room area. And I had a brilliant notion. Yes, I say it's brilliant, so it must be. We're going to do something cool with this floor, but I'm going to leave all the bark on it and all the logs, and then you'll just have to wait and see what happens when we remove it all. But I don't want the waiting room floor to look all plain and dreary. We're going to do something kind of special. Okay, both of the patterns on the floor are done. But now we need to figure out what to put in the middle. Now, my first thought was to put more striping down like this way to kind of aim at that. But if we make it vertical, we can make it so this room seems longer. And you know what? I think that's what we're going to do. Well, that was frustrating. Apparently, I had not extended this out all the way. And my perfectionist nature told me that I should because, you know, I wanted the building to look right. So I had to extend all this out, rip all that, and do that. The good news is the stripe pattern here looks like it'll be fantastic.
Okay, we got those two little sections of wall up. I'm going to save this part for when I have more resources and can make it look fantastic. I have a plan, but for the moment we're going to worry about this side of the hall. And I was going to do a whole bunch of work on the support columns and whatnot, but it just occurred to me I've hit the point where I must strip the floor. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make it cool, but I want to take you along for the ride. Now this looks great. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do with all the floor space yet, but I just know I am falling in love with it. We're almost to the point where we can start up on the second floor. If you're wondering about the plans, this is going to be the clock tower and probably an elevator of some sort. Over there is going to be where you can go get tickets. And I'm not sure about here. I might be putting in some market stalls or some auxiliary rooms. We're still going to see. I might have other railroad services there. And then the upstairs is going to be where all the business takes place. And that is probably what we're going to build next. But you know what? I think that's going to have to wait for another episode, because this is where we can end. I'm Railroad Jenny. It's getting dark out. It's time for me to take a nap. I'll see you again next time. Ta-ta.